Okay, so think about this guy as your ultimate prospect, okay? And then this is your solution now. This is your business. So we know, okay, if you know that your service is the ultimate solution for your prospect, for your marketplace, and yet you don't know how to get clients into your business, then listen to this presentation. This is very important. This is what I went through in order to find out what is it that I need. Now, here's the thing. How do we close the gap? What do we do in order to take our prospect and show them that our business is the ultimate solution for them, right? So here's what I found out. There are 4 different steps after years after trial and error. I found out there are 4 steps, and that's what I'm going to share with you today in this presentation. Now, whether you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're dental practice, you're a therapist, you're a photographer. By the way, I used to be, my first business was a product photography. I'll share that with you today. Whether you're a restaurant or a spa, most of the businesses have to go through the same steps in order to close the gap, take the prospect, and show them and tell them about the solution until the prospect becomes a client. So here's a fact. To keep our businesses alive and thriving, of course, we all need to get clients predictably and make sales consistently, right? Now, the only consistent way that our businesses are going to get clients is if we follow this formula. And the formula is has 4 different steps in it. Now, number 1 is A, and I'll tell you what these are in this training today. Number 2 is M. Number 3 is O, and this is S. Number 4 is S. Now, you're probably thinking, what is that, right? I'm going to show you every single part of it. And trust me, this is not a rocket science. It's a very simple common sense that we decided finally to put these together. And this is in order, in the right order. And this is how it works for us. It works for our client. And I'm pretty sure it's going to work for you as well. Now, listen, most of the business owners struggle to get clients predictably, right? Or sell consistently because they either complicate things or they don't have the right knowledge that will take them from point A to point B to get clients. Now, the purpose of this training today is to show you what's possible, okay, for your business. Now, like I said, my first business was a product photography business. And I always struggled to get clients into my business consistently. I used to get orders here and there, but I wanted to know, hey, what's my how many clients am I gonna get next month, right? I wanted to predict. I wanted to know exactly how to do this predictably. Now, I used to advertise with no results. I used to create webinars with funnels, hoping that I would get clients. I couldn't get results as well. And after years of diving into marketing, because I wanted to know how to get clients, I realized if people, hear me out, if people don't know you, if the marketplace does not know you, they will not buy from you, right? You're probably not going to buy from me right now because I'm talking to you. If I just told you, you know what, by the way, I have this amazing product, go ahead and buy from me, you're probably not going to, right? And because you don't know me yet, I have not demonstrated to you that, you know what, I know what I'm talking about. I'm not genuine. If I don't genuinely provide value in the marketplace, you will not going to believe in me or trust me because I haven't demonstrated to you yet. So again, if people don't know you, they will not buy from you. So how do we solve that problem? Check this out. Now, before I walk you through the solution, let me walk you through the most popular funnel, the most popular client acquisition funnel that everybody out there talks about, right? Which is a webinar. And I did this as well. I'm not talking to you out of nowhere. I went through this. I created a webinar registration page. I had a webinar. I created all the funnels, the follow-up sequences. And now think about it. Here's what happens and the reason why the webinars don't work. Now, if you go out to Cold Marketplace, start advertising your webinar registration page, people don't know you, right? You have never demonstrated to your marketplace, you know what? I know what I'm talking about. All you're doing is, all I did is I started advertising my webinar registration page and I asked my prospects to opt into my webinar to watch a training. But what's going on in their mind is, you know what? I don't know this guy or this girl. Okay, fine. Even if they opt in, here's what happens. They will opt in. They probably are going to forget to attend the webinar, right? They probably have had the same experience with you as well. So what happens is you have never put time to build a relationship with them, and they don't know you. Then why would they buy from you? What happens if they opt into your webinar? They probably will forget that they opted in for a webinar, they forget to watch the webinar, and when you start sending them emails, they're probably going to be like, who is this guy or girl sending me emails, right? Because they don't uh, there's no they don't resonate, and they don't remember that, you know what, I have benefited from this person before. Are you with me? So if there's no connection, if there's no bond, no relationship with you before even you ask them to opt in for a webinar, they will forget that uh, they opted in for a webinar. So that is why my webinar funnels did not produce clients consistently, because I wasn't building a relationship with my marketplace before even asking them to opt in for a webinar. Now, do you have to build a webinar? That's another thing that we can discuss. But the short answer is no. Okay, now how do we solve the problem, right? Let's jump back to the formula. Now, by implementing the first part of the formula, and the first part of the formula is not to do the marketing, is not to go out there and start asking people to opt in for a webinar registration. The first thing of the webinar is to get attention. And how do we get attention? There's so many different ways to get attention nowadays. And think about this as your business. I know I could have done a better job, by the way, but think about this as your business. Now, there's so many options. You can use billboards, you can use newspaper, but the most efficient, the easiest way to do is go out on social media platforms. Start putting your content out there. You don't have to create a bunch of new content for every single platform, by the way, okay? Don't get me wrong. You create a good content, post it on different platforms, get attention first. Now, we're going to lose the attention. The bad news is. The good news is we can implement the second part of the formula in order to keep the attention, because the first part of the formula is getting attention. However, there's no guarantee that we're going to keep that attention, because there's so much noise out there, right? Now, you're probably thinking there's so much competition, and how do you stand out, right? When you post something out there, when you get someone's attention, how do you stand out? Great. We implement the second part of the formula, which is marketing, and I call this the value compound marketing strategy, which is VCM, right? Now, value compound marketing strategy is not your everyday marketing, okay? Now, think about it. This is where you will be different than your competition by implementing the second step of the formula. That is marketing. Now, marketing, I'm not talking about go out there and start advertising your webinar registration page. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about provide value, but do it strategically. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Now, when you start getting attention, your market's attention, no one will care about you or what you have until you show them what you have is going to benefit them, right? If I were doing this right now, okay, you wouldn't care about what I'm talking about unless you know what I'm talking about is going to help you, right? It's the same thing with me as well. So when we have a business, we get all excited because we know our services are great, but people do not care about us. You don't care about me until I tell you what I have is going to benefit you. And the way to do this is we're going to get attention. Step number one in our formula, we're going to get attention. And number two is we are going to tell them that what we have is going to benefit them. And we're not just going to say that and ask them to do something. We're actually going to help them before even asking for anything, right? So, for example, let's say you run a physical therapy practice. Great. So do others do, right? There's so many competition. How do you stand out and get clients? Now, focus on this. Listen, find out who do you want to work with. Number one, you don't want to talk to the world, right? Eventually you might, but in order to start, you don't want to talk to the world. You want to talk to your ideal client, the person that you really want to work with, and the person that's, for sure you're going to help them. That a person that you are confident that's going to get the result. That person is going to be thrilled to be working with you. Are you with me? So first thing first, find out who you want to work with. Now, then find out what is your ideal client's problem that causes them to have frustrations. All our customers, all our clients, even restaurants, we all have clients that they have problems that we want to solve, right? If you own a product, I'll show you a product photography example, because my first business was a product photography, I'll show you how to do this step by step. But even if you were a restaurant, right? The a restaurant is not a coaching or a consulting company. There's no an actual service. It's kind of a product, right? Even if you're a restaurant, your clientele has some kind of a problem. So you solve that problem. Your clientele might want to have paleo diet. I mean, this is the new trend, right? You go out there on the social media and speak to them and talk to them and solve that problem, and then tell them, you know what? Go check out my restaurant. I have this exact recipe that I talked about. So let's move on. Here's what we do. We list out 3 to 4 different problems from our prospects, frustrations, or their actual problems. Now, let me walk you through the product photography scenario, okay, how we do it in our business. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a different kind of example. I'm not going to talk about coaching or consulting business, because everybody does that. I want to show you that this exact process works for so many other businesses. So here's the thing. My first business, like I said, was a product photography business. So if I were to go back and start promoting my product photography business, here's what I would do. First thing first, I'm going to think about who is my ideal client. Who do I want to work with, right? So my ideal client at that point is going to be anyone who wants to start an e-commerce business, or they want to sell on Amazon, okay? So what are their problems? I'm going to list down 3 to 4 different problems. What are their problems? Their problems are, number one, if they would want to do this by themselves, if they want to take the product photography pictures and do the shots on their own, I know for a fact they're going to have some problems with white background. How do I get white backgrounds? Okay, number one. Number two, they're going to have some issues with how do I get congruent shots of my different products? Okay, number three, they're going to have problems with lighting. I know that for a fact. Number four, they're going to have problems with shadows and mirroring and so on and so forth. I don't want to get into technical parts of the product photography, but I just listed 4 different problems that I know for a fact my ideal client is going to have. Now, what am I going to do with that? Now, all this causes emotional problems, such as they would think, okay, they would know my ideal client is going to have this exact scenario in their mind. They will be like, if I don't get the right exact beautiful shot, no one will buy from me, right? If they don't have the right product photography, no one will buy from them. So that's what they're going to start thinking to themselves. And then their business is not going to go well, and the sales are going to drop, and they won't be able to support their family. Something along that line they're going to start thinking about, right? Now, what we're going to do is, when you get their attention, for example, my product photography example, when I get my ideal client's attention, okay, I will start walking through the problem. Here's where we're going to stand out, though. We're not only going to talk about the problem, we're also going to help them out and give them the solution, okay? So, for example, here's what could happen. We would build an audience on social media. Okay, when we get the attention of our marketplace, we will get the attention of our marketplace and start building an audience. And I'm not talking about followers, how many followers, because the followers and the fans are different. Now, the audience, what the audience is basically anybody who starts engaging with your content. Okay, are you with me? That means you could track that exact process and see who's really engaging with your content. So, and start building relationship and bond with them by helping them going from point A to point B, okay? At the same time, soft pitching your problem. I will soft pitch my own service in this video for you as well. I'm doing exactly the same thing that I'm preaching because it works for me. I'm pretty sure it's going to work for you as well. So here's what happens. When your audience needs your service, think about it. When you are in front of your audience providing value, back to the product photography, right? If I go in front of my audience and tell them, you know what, here's how to get a white background, and I show them the lighting, I show them the shadow thingies, I show them the Photoshop, how to do post-production, and so on and so forth. When they need my service, who are they going to go with? I would say 98% of the time with me, right? I would soft pitch my product at the same time throughout my content, and I would tell them, you know what, by the way, if you want me to help you with getting your white background, let me tell you how to do it. Go ahead and schedule a call with me and I will take care of your orders. For example, right? So listen, this can be done organically and then combined with a paid traffic as well. So to speed things up, if you don't have organic audience, by the way, that's how I started. I've always used to advertise. So if you don't have organic traffic, here's what you could do. You could post the content on your social media and then boost the content itself and put it right in front of your cold marketplace. Are you with me? Okay. So you could do it as little as $3-5 a day and go up gradually. So that means, back to the product photography example, right? Now, I would create 4 different videos, or I would create a long video like this one in that with a content, but all of the 4 different contents in one video, or I would create 4 different videos about their frustrations. For example, how to create a white background, how to come up with a white background, how to do the lighting, how to do the shadows, congruent shots, and so on and so forth. Come up with 4 different videos, post them on my social media, and then boost the post in front of my ideal clients. Are you with me? Okay, so imagine they see me providing value at the same time soft pitching my product, and throughout the time, when they need my service, they will come to me. However, here's how to do it strategically. Okay, we're not just gonna go out there do random things. If you are a business owner, your marketing has to be strategic and in order to get results. Okay. Now, value compound marketing strategy. This is a name I came up with. It's nothing that the concept is not my concept, okay, to be super transparent. However, here's what works with me, and that's what I'm going to share with you as well. So think about it. The moment I figured out that there are 3 different buckets of traffic, yes, buckets of traffic in a marketplace, everything changed for me, and I want to show you it and wake you up if you're not, and tell you the 3 different buckets of traffics. Now, traffic. All right. Excuse my English, by the way. So 3 different parts. So number 1 is going to be your cold marketplace. That's basically nobody knows you. Nobody has ever heard about you. And they're probably like, who is this guy? Or who's this girl, right? And then what you do, okay, right here in a cold marketplace, you start providing value, you start providing content, you put out content that's going to help them with their frustrations, right? And at the same time, soft pitch your product. Now, I'll tell you what we do with that, but let me show you what is the next bucket of the bucket of traffic. Bucket of traffic, I like that. Okay, that is phase number 2, which is your warm traffic. That's basically people who've seen you, they have benefited from your content, they know that you can help them. That's your warm marketplace. Number 3, that's your fan, right? This is the bucket that you want to make it bigger and larger and bigger and larger every day. And those guys are basically, they know that you are the best out there. They know they will support you, they will buy from you, they are there for you because you've always been there for them. So how do we filter out, because not everybody's going to be your fan, okay? How do we filter out, however, and make sure that we have our fans right here and make that bucket bigger and bigger? So here's how we do it. So phase number 1, cold marketplace. Those guys don't know you, okay? You put out content about their problems, and we don't only talk about the problems. Remember, we are going to stand out and we're going to be better than the others. The way to do it is to provide value to marketplace, to talk about the problems and then give the solutions at the same time and soft pitch throughout your content. That's number 1. Here's what happens on the back end. We're going to track everything, okay? We're going to track everything, and we are going to make sure that anybody who interacts or engages with our content, we're going to take those guys out and we're going to help them even more, because these guys are, bam, you guessed it right. Let's see. Yes, your warm marketplace. So what happens is, right here, those guys have engaged from our cold marketplace, and we realize that these guys have been engaging with our content. So what we want to do is take them out and give them more respect. thank you for engaging with our content. You don't say that, by the way, but the concept, all right? Now, right here, what we do is we help them even more. Those guys have already seen you, seen me. You have provided value to them. You have demonstrated to them that, you know what? Yes, I know I can help you. Those are those are the problems that I can solve. I'm actually solving them for you right now. Let me help you even more with my service. Great. What happens? We want to know at this point, anybody who engages with our content right here, we're also going to track that. Those guys are going to be our fans. Okay, so imagine what happened is your fan has seen you from a cold marketplace, you have provided value, and then they became your warm marketplace, you have provided value even more, and now they have bought from you, they basically took some kind of an action, right? Call to action. You had a call to action, boom, they did it. So now they are your fan. You are going to help them even more, genuinely demonstrate to them that you can take their take their problems and solve their problems with your service. Okay, so listen, that was marketing. We have 2 more steps in the formula. Remember the formula that we talked about? It was attention, marketing. Number 3 is your offer. Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how great your marketing is. It doesn't matter how great of an attention grabber, is that a thing? You are. If your offer is not right, you won't be able to scale up your business. Okay? Now, listen, your offer should be so good. It should be basically an irresistible offer that your marketplace will be like, you know what? I can't say no to this because this is so good, right? That's what we are shooting for. So, and yeah, I've seen influencers build large audiences, but they don't know how to package their offers. So, packaging your offer is very, very important. So, excuse me. Now, we have attention, we have marketing, right? We are demonstrating to our marketplace after we got their attention. In order to keep their attention, we are telling them, you know what? Yes, I know I can help you because I'm actually helping you right now. And number 3 is our offer. It has to be an irresistible offer. Okay. Now, number 4 is the sales process. Now, when you have an offer and you don't know how to close the offer, you don't have the dollar sign, right? So now, how do you actually close a sale? Now, if you are selling a paleo tortilla, now I'm talking about paleo because I like paleo. All right, whatever, just fill in the blank. All right, if you're selling a paleo tortilla bread, your sales process is going to be different than if you are a media agency and you do it done for you, right? So that means the agency sales process will be provide value and schedule a call, right? They will provide value and be like, their soft pitch would be, go ahead and schedule a call. Let me see if you're a good fit for my business. And if your business needs the calling process, by the way, you will have to be trained and know how to close the calls. Okay, that's very important. And by closing the calls, I mean, if the prospect is great for your service, then know how to close them. And if the prospect is not good for your service, because not everybody's going to be the right fit for your service, you won't be able to take them and provide a transformational result for your client. If they're not the right fit for you, they will not benefit from them. You have to know how to say no, right? You got to say no, not because you're being rude, but because that's the right thing to do. So whereas the tortilla bread or the paleo tortilla bread business, sales process will be different. For example, they will talk about their bread and provide value, and then they will not tell you just go and schedule a call, right? Obviously, they will tell you click the link to buy the bread or let me ship the bread for you. Okay, so now you may ask, should you do a webinar or are there other things we can do to scale up the business? Yeah, there are. Now, we can do the value compound marketing strategy and soft pitch the product right on the platform, tell them to schedule a call, okay? Or ask them to opt in for a webinar. It depends, right? So, however, not every business needs a webinar. No, not every business needs a webinar. And it's best for some business to use the value compound marketing and send the lead to a webinar. And for some businesses, it's best for them to use the value compound marketing strategy and just pitch right on a platform. Okay, you don't have to have a webinar. It depends on the business. So just don't waste your time doing things that your business might not need. Now, here's the thing. Go ahead and use these strategies to stand out and dominate your market. Are you with me? Isn't this amazing? This is totally different from what you see every day, right? Go ahead and opt in for this landing page. Go ahead and buy my product, opt in for my landing page. This is totally different. You are right on the platform. You're standing out. You're truly and genuinely helping your marketplace. If they want to work with you, great. If not, you still are helping them, right? So here's what I got for you. Listen, if you want me to go over your business, okay? Now, this is my third part of the formula, okay? I already got your attention. I did my marketing through providing value, and this is my offer. Check this out. So, listen, if you want me to go over your business, okay, and build a custom action plan for you based on the formula. So, if you want me to go over exactly, talk to you and see what your business is, because every business is different, right? We don't want to do one thing fits all, okay? Even though this formula is going to be used for every single business, however, there are some tweaks to it, right? Not every single business has to go through the same things. So if you want me to go over your business, talk to you over the phone, go over the business, and see what part of the formula your business is missing, I have a great news for you. Okay? Now, I have currently set some time to go over your business and build a custom action plan custom for you for free. Yes, that's my offer. The third part of the formula, my offer, is an irresistible offer that a lot of you cannot afford to say no to it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you over the phone, or one of my team members will talk to you over the phone. Go over your business, see what problems are what you're having. How do we get more clients to your business? Okay, and then come up with an actual custom custom action plan for your business, custom to your business for free, right? Now, that means we both get on the phone, like I said, understand your business, find out what part of the formula needs to get adjusted. We come up with an action plan specifically for your business for free. At the end of our call, you got two options, okay? Option number one is you take the action plan. You actually literally take the action plan that we both came up with, or one of my team members, and move forward on your own, okay? There's no pressure. You take it, you go. If you decide to do it, to go with option number one, you take it, go on your own, okay? Actually implement it on your own. Number two, there are going to be some people who will want me to help them. So that is the option number two. If we both decide, however, because we cannot help every single business, if we both decide that you're a great fit for our service, you get to work with me one-on-one, where I personally help you implement the action plan in your business. That means we work together to get you the right attention, get your VCM, which is value compound marketing, set up. We're going to set up all the tracking, all the pixels, all the engagement, all the exclusion, the cold marketplace, warm marketplace, your fans, everything. We're going to find out what you should say in your videos and your content, because you got to know there is a formula that you have to follow in your video, which is, I'll tell you what it is. Basically, you provide value to the marketplace. You talk about, like I said, you talk about their problems, you solve their problems, and soft pitch the problem, your service. Okay. However, if you want me to go over your business and you want me to tell you exactly what needs to be said in your videos, we're going to do that together. That means, like I said, we're going to create those 3 different phases, do the technical parts of it. We're both going to do it together, and build a relationship with your marketplace. We're going to help you build a relationship with your marketplace. We're going to help you be the go-to person in your industry, the go-to person in your niche, craft your irresistible offer, and find out the best sales process for your business. Now, if your business, for example, requires strategy calls, that's why I said every single business is different, because not every single business requires a strategy call. We will dissect and teach you how to handle strategy calls to close the sale. If you should close the sale, by the way, okay? Now, either way, you have nothing to lose, right? Either way, you're either going to take the action plan and implement it in your business. Hopefully you will, by the way. Okay, don't waste time. If you take the action plan for free, you have to implement in your business. The number one thing that will make our businesses successful is if you take action, and massive action, right? When you call us and you decide to move forward on your own with option number one, you please do me a favor and do yourself a favor. Go ahead and implement whatever you take out from us, all right? Now, you may ask, why am I doing this, right? Because it's an irresistible, crazy offer. So I know it's crazy to offer a free custom action plan, but here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with you, transparent with you. I want to talk to as many businesses as possible to grow my own network. It's kind of a selfish motive, right? But hey, win-win, right? I get benefited from this entire process, and you get benefited from the entire process. Who cares? So I want to grow my own network by offering such a value service for free to businesses. So, and as a business owner, if you decide to move forward to working with me one-on-one, I will be thrilled to take your business to the next level. All right. So, however, if you decide to take the action plan, move forward on your own, I will get the pleasure of helping the business with their growth process. So, in the next page, there should be a link somewhere, okay, or there is a link right here. If you go to marketingwithgardiner.com /custom, there should be a little video and information about with the pricing if you decide to go with option number two, because I want to put out all the information right up front. I don't like hiding things. So, it says here to the next page, but you can even go to Marketing with Gardiner. Don't add the W's in front of it because I was kind of lazy to set that up. Go ahead and go to HTTPS, all that thingies before the domain name, Marketing with Gardiner, GARINE.com /custom. And yeah, I even mentioned how much the investment is, okay? So go to the domain name. I'll probably post the domain name in the comments. Okay, go ahead, click on it, read it. If you like it, go ahead and schedule a call with me. It's going to be either myself or one of my team members. We'll get back to you, go over your business, come up with a custom action plan, and we will ask you which option you want to move on with. That's it. Okay, so hopefully this was beneficial, whether you decide to schedule a call or not. I hope this was a beneficial training for you. Go ahead and implement what you learned. If you need more help, go ahead and schedule a call with us. You take care. This was Gardiner. Take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.